Hi, and welcome back to Kids Eat Toast Sometimes.
Welcome to being welcomed. It's always good to...
It is always good to be welcome.
To be welcome in places. I've always felt quite welcome in most situations. It's a symptom of being white.
Off to a crazy start.
Racial jokes off the bat. If you're listening in a car, don't crash. Stay on the white lines, within the white lines. More racial stuff. It's crazy what we get up to on this show, Chloe. Truly crazy.
It is crazy. And Eid Mubarak to all of our Muslim friends.
Inshallah. Don't laugh. That sounds like now I'm mocking it. No, Chloe's a bit of a conservative. We know what that means.
No.
We know what that means.
No.
Trump 3050, 2052, whenever the dinosaur comes back. I'm here for it. But yeah, Eid Mubarak.
Yeah.
Such a lovely time, you know. That's the biggest thing I like of the Islam faith. Mm-hmm. Fasting.
Do it yourself?
Intermittently. How's it? Name's Jono. Welcome. I have actually gotten back into the gym, if anyone was wondering where those guns came from. The gym is not a good place to be if you're skinny. Skinny fat. Not really.
That is such a crazy term because when you say it, I know exactly what you mean.
Well, that is the purpose of language, Chloe. But moving on from conversational tidbits, we got a cracking episode for you guys today.
We do. Indeedy.
What?
Indeedy.
Wilfred. Holding midfielder for Leicester City. Nigerian descent. Very talented hockey player. Very talented football player. Well, so we got to say thank you to you guys saying thank you because where we come from in the KETS world, that's how we do it. So a big shout out to Anns who left a 5-star review, which you can all do. You've all got, 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth. Humans. You can all do this.
Exactly. And hopefully some fingers that you can tap some 5 stars for us.
There she goes. She's conservative. She's ableist. Even if you're there just on your iPad with your elbows, we support you. And so Anne's wrote, whether it's cleaning my room or going on long drives, KETS is always the best company. It goes on, but it gets a bit too patty on the backy. But thank you, Anne. We appreciate that. We appreciate the KETS clan.
Yeah.
So, Chloe, what exactly are we going to be chatting about today? Because people love an overview. It's like the intro to the essay. You're familiar with that? Yeah.
In this essay, I will be covering, and then I'm just like, I hope I will cover it because often I forget what I'm going to be doing. Anyways. So we're going to be covering the Mile High Club, how Ulta did Kate Spade dirty.
Don't know either of those things, but okay, yep.
The Sea Point Promenade bike ban, case updates in the Senzo Meyiwa trial, Roe vs. Wade, and abortion rights.
Sounds like you said reversed Wade.
I've been working on
just the abortion thing here.
Sorry,
that's an easier way to say what we're going to talk about.
And then we're going to be doing a new segment. It's called Question of the Week.
Yeah.
So that's going to be exciting. And then, of course, we're going to be doing some overrated, underrated of AV5.
Well, I mean, I don't care for it anymore. It's almost like we've been creatively imprisoned. And now we have to rate things that... to be honest, I don't have opinions on anymore.
That's why we stopped doing show and tell.
Oh my God, remember show and tell? What
I had a flashback this morning. I was like, oh my God, I've got to pack my show and tell. And then I was like, Chloe, no need to bring it. Don't stress.
That part of the show got cancelled.
Yeah, Sam and I would literally like run around the apartment in the morning being like, what object are we going to assign value to today?
I know. Too terrible. And just in terms of the week, I know we like chatting about the week. We got involved in a very heavy game of Monopoly.
Oh, it was fun. Sam lost, so...
Well, I played like Donald Trump. I went out as a tycoon and I left the game, not as a tycoon, as a poor, broken man with no sense to even rub together. But I don't know. I get too competitive in board games. And Monopoly is a shit board game because it relies too much on luck. And I've always hated it. And it takes long. But then when we were playing, my cousin said something very interesting when he rolled the dice. He said, this is a lot like luck, about a lot like life. You've got privilege with some roles. Some of us start with houses. Some of us start at private schools. all that sort of stuff. Some of us earn railway lines, all that sort of stuff. And I went, wow, that's amazing. And the funniest thing was after he said that, he like either went straight to jail or he rolled a 1 and a 2 and couldn't move around the board. And then, yeah, he had he sucked.
Yeah.
He wasn't good.
Shame.
But it's true.
Yeah. I love how in the beginning of the game, no one wants to go to jail. But at the end, everyone's praying to go to jail.
Safest place to be.
Safest place to
when
be.
all those hotels are being built. Honestly, I get a bit too much.
I must say you were pretty well behaved.
Well, that means the standard's very low. I just get very excited and, I get too competitive. But then you were also cheating, but we won't get into that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
We
not.
won't get into that. But Chloe, it is time. Buckle up at home, strap in and strap out.
And strap on.
Oh, yeah. KETS does cater to the lesbian community or anyone who's really dealing with a strap-on. Misconception that you have to be a lesbian to use a strap-on.
100%.
They should have add-ons. That doesn't make sense.
Oh, there probably is.
There is. But we are talking about the Mile High Club.
Yes.
And according to someone called Merriam-Webster, sounds like an old broad to me. It's a euphemism for those who have had sex in an aeroplane in transit. Oh, wow.
Wow.
So give us a bit more, what are the facts around the Mile High Club, Chloe? Because you love a fact.
Love a bit of facts. So it's actually 105 years old, the Mile High Club. Crazy. And air travel only happened, I think the first commercial flight was in like 1918. So it happened pretty close to the beginning. And the first guy to join the Mile High Club was called Lawrence Burst Sperry.
He burst on the scene with his dick. No, but this is real. This old Lawrence Burst Sperry was also the person who invented autopilots. Not because he wanted to change aviation, because he was DTF. My man was a horny old pilot. And we knew how pilots were back in the day. We watched Top Gun.
Yeah.
Hey, even I would bang Tom Cruise, Scientology and all. That was me taking off glasses. Obviously, I didn't have glasses. And if you're listening, you can't see anything that I'm doing. But I really liked it. So he invented autopilot.
Yeah.
And his passenger, his first bangee, no, not tasteful.
No.
The first person he bangaranged was a woman whose husband was off fighting in World War I.
That's cold.
He lost both of his legs and his marriage. No, I'm just joking. They came back, they rekindled things, they worked out that it was actually an aviation assist.
Yeah.
She went down in the history books. She went down in the cockpit as well, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah.
But didn't they actually crash?
They did crash.
Yeah.
I mean...
Gotta go out with a bang.
And they were discovered by duck hunters. Yes.
Does exist.
Replace with the U with the I and you've got dick hunters. And oh boy, they were successful. But yeah, so it's crazy. The Mile High Club. Would you want to join the Mile High Club?
Why not?
I don't know.
Give it a go.
I find flying quite terrifying.
As it is.
And you're dirty and there's a baby crying and the cubicle's so small. Now you're like, I'm going to be sexy.
Take a load off.
You can see like you've just come, someone's just walked out of the toilet. You've heard their poop get like the airplane does. And now you're going to have sex there? The Mile High Club is not for me. But it is for some people. Because now, for the price of $1,000, 10,000 Rand, 15,000 Rand, whatever the economy is doing on any given day, you can go to Las Vegas, get on a plane, and have sex.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. Las Vegas is dirty. Sex work is real worked up, but Las Vegas is dirty. It is.
But so, I mean, it must be a pretty short flight.
Well, depending who you are. Me, I wouldn't have to get too high. But that is also the whole concept with the Mile High Club. You know, you've got absolute purists who say you have to be a mile from the ground. So it's something like amounts of feet.
I literally didn't even think of that. Wow.
Yeah. So those are the real...
That makes sense.
The real ones. But
that must be pretty awkward for the pilot, though. He must have some sort of like, I mean, I know the plane's loud, but imagine like it is loud.
Can I get a whoa? Yeah. No. But apparently he wears noise cancelling headphones, which I said, what's the point of being this pilot? But yeah, it's just weird.
Yeah.
Also, like, imagine them, you get on the plane, they know you're going to have sex. You get off the plane, they've had, it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's super weird.
It is pretty weird.
But, if you've got 15,000 Rand lying around, why not join the mile?
Why not? Yeah.
I don't know how the company's name is not Cockpit though, but like cock in all caps. Just so people know. Just so there's no confusion.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean,
I'm trying to think of another name that they could call it besides from Cockpit.
What's the box that they always, because the box has sexual connotations as well?
The box? The
red box, or they're always looking for this box when planes crash. We have to know what happened. Find the box.
Oh.
The green box. Oh, it's orange, but someone's going to say in the comments,
yeah.
You fucking idiots. It's a pink box.
Yeah.
Anyway, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
The Mile High Club. Great place, never been.
Now, what about Virgin Atlantic?
Come on. The name is there. But then it will get weird, like, do you have to be a virgin to do it? I don't know. Everyone's first experience is pretty awful. I mean, so I hear. But it got so bad in parts of Asia that Singapore Air had to ban the Mile High Club because they unveiled this double-decker Airbus and they had these big bed suites. Is that how you say it?
Double beds. Like, but in a suite.
Yeah, double beds. And it was 10,000 Rand per person. And people were clapping cheeks.
Honestly, like, it's a suite and there's a bed. I mean, can you blame them?
Like I said, travel is dirty. It's stressful.
No. In first class. You have a little bit of champagne, you watch a movie.
Get a bit giggly. But so
Singapore Airlines and chill. Come on.
Chloe, I see it. But so... would you do it? Final answer.
Now that you painted the picture of in the bathroom, no. But if I had like a suite and a bed, why not?
I don't know. Despite my rogue tendencies, it feels wrong.
Yeah, it does. And
it feels impolite.
Yeah.
It's true. That's how I feel. It feels like, what are we doing here, guys?
It's also like, it's not worth ruining your holiday.
How would it ruin your holiday?
I'm pretty sure it's like not illegal, but it's against the law. Like if they find you, they must have to like land the plane, or should he get arrested?
Are you insane?
I actually think that people.
You're not a terrorist. You're just a horny, rude person. No, you definitely don't. You'd pay a fine, I'm sure, maybe get detained, but they wouldn't land the plane. Landing the plane is for terrorism and heart attacks. Everyone knows that. It's the first thing you learn at school.
Listen to this. In 1999, Amanda Holt and David Machine were charged with outraging public decency after having sex in their seats. On an American Airlines flight from Dallas to Manchester. But the Civil Aviation Authority confirmed there was no specific law in aviation about having sex on a plane. So
I said, I've had enough of this motherfucker sex on this motherfucker plane. That's a Snakes on the Plane joke. I don't know if you've watched that. It's a bit before you.
No.
Have you not watched Snakes on the Plane? Samuel L. Jackson.
No.
These motherfucker snakes on this motherfucker plane. That was his one line. He said about 1 million times, and it was awesome. Good film.
I think you had to be there.
Well, you had to have watched it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But let's get back into more sort of current events, chat about things, offer opinions. A little joke here and there. Chloe, what do you got?
Chat a bit of nonsense. So Ulta, the cosmetic brand, had to recently apologize because they were having a perfume promotion and the headline of the email that they sent out was, "Come hang with Kate Spade." Kate Spade, obviously being a very famous New York designer, has a perfume.
And what's wrong with it?
Unfortunately, Kate Spade is dead and she died by suicide and hung herself. So saying, "Come hang with Kate Spade" might not have been the best wording.
Jesus. But how would they have hung with her anyway if she's dead?
Hang with her perfume, you know? Yeah, guys,
Who are these people and how do they get these jobs?
I know, like, surely, first of all, like, even if she, like, hadn't died that way, it's just, like, a weird thing to say.
Weird, yeah.
You know?
Big miss. Big miss.
Big miss, yeah.
Yeah. They miss a lot. The biggest miss in South Africa recently was the Clicks ad.
Yeah.
Which came out as not being racist. Was that the end conclusion? Because it was a black editorial staff that had actually put that campaign together. I don't know. That was the last I heard about that. And then obviously Kendall Jenner and the Pepsi.
Oh my God, that ad was so bad. Oh, that was so bad.
What was that? She literally stopped the war with Pepsi.
She stopped police brutality.
Oh.
Which also came up
Which is
again.
a war, Chloe. Open your eyes and live
yeah.
to the lived realities of people.
But she ended police brutality with some Pepsi. And then... God. And then there was another, I don't know if you remember, there was a Pepsi ad that got leaked. But they didn't mean to release it.
Okay.
It was for the... Did I just say Pepsi?
You did say Pepsi.
I meant to say Ford. My apologies.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah. Ford released an ad. It was for their Figo.
What are you doing here, Chloe?
Ford Figo. And it was basically, it pictured the former Italian Prime Minister, Silvio Berlusconi.
I'm going to press skip on this one. I'm just going to call skip. I think this has been too laborsome.
No, listen. So he was basically like in the front of the car. The tagline is "Leave your worries behind." And it was 3 women in the trunk, bound and gagged. Like, what? Who? What? How was that even like... The writers would have had to come up with it. Someone had to draw the caricature.
Approve it.
Yeah, approve it. And it was obviously drafted some way that it got leaked. But he was actually found guilty of either
being
sexual...
a creep.
Yeah, like sexual harassment, sexual assault. So having sex with underage girls.
Oh, that's more than just being a creep.
Yeah. So it was really distasteful. And how did they were like, yeah, no, that's a good ad.
Yeah, I come back to people are idiots.
And Chloe can't read anything.
It was your story. And you reminded me of someone trying to either understand a begripstoets or do Afrikaans mondeling.
Get on the error.
Yeah, no, that one was for all of us with stutters out there. We support you, we see you, and we believe in you. What? No, it's actually a terrifying speech impediment.
Yeah.
And it affects a lot of people. We had this guy in our Afrikaans class, but he stuttered when he got nervous, spoke perfect English. And then we came into Afrikaans to do an oral. He couldn't do it.
Shame.
And I'll never forget the first time I heard him begin his oral. It sounded like a chainsaw going off. And oh God, it was funny. High school. I had the best strategy for orals.
Yeah?
Go first, get rewarded later. What oral am I talking about? That's for you to decide. And that's what's up.
That was really good.
I think we should podcast with glasses. The lights are so bright. For those of you listening, I put on glasses for dramatic effect. Bright.
Everyone is just so dramatic.
Speed goggles.
People are going to think that, these are hella dirty, like royal dirty. People are going to think that you're high again. The one time that Sam recorded a podcast with glasses on, people were like, oh, he's been smoking weed. It's like, no.
Smoking weed with my friends in the park. You can't control me, Mom. I'm a rebel. Speaking of rebels, the Sea Point Promenade bike ban. And
wow.
That's when I'm supporting cyclists. That's when I'm being Sam. So the Sea Point Promenade bike ban is absolute bullshit. No, it's not. It's actually for the safety of dogs and human beings. But I love to cycle. Well, there's lots of road, but who am I? I've forgotten. Exactly. The crisis many of us feel as South Africans.
Yeah.
So what is the ban? Has it happened? What's going on?
So they voted against it. So the city of Cape Town, I think they put out a poll that everyone could participate in, and it was whether or not to ban not just cyclists but any sort of motorized vehicle. I think scooters, like electric bikes. My question is, what about wheelchairs? Just asking the questions here.
But well, because it's just old people in Sea Point being wheeled around. Fair play to them. Their families have given up on them. They've stuck them in retirement homes. And now a lovely Zimbabwean lady looks after them. Don't hate the player, hate the game, son. And then what else is on the Sea Point Promenade is the bikes. Those orange bikes. So how could you cut that out?
And that's a company. Like, that's a company that's been there for years.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen like serious professional cyclists wanting to ride on Sea Point Promenade.
No,
like,
there are too many people in the way.
It just like doesn't make sense. And I have been hit in the ankles a few times by little kids on scooters, so I wouldn't mind if they were banned.
Just kick them.
Of course I did.
Little kids.
No, I'm joking.
No, but also, I don't know if you've been on those Sea Point bikes. They are impossible to steer.
I know,
and they do the backwards brake thing.
You have to like pedal backwards.
It's dangerous, but anyway.
It do be dangerous.
Keep doing you, keep doing the business that you do. So the bikes stay. What also stays somehow is fucking load shedding. And I can't take load shedding for another minute. I drove back in darkness through Cape Town, and it's actually very dangerous. Like,
100%.
Couldn't see the cost that businesses face, cost of the economy. Load shedding is whack.
It's too terrible.
the excuses are so, even if it is the reason, give us better excuses. Like, wet coal. This isn't a cricket match. Okay? How is that the problem? And even if it is the problem, which it is, be like, no, Hansi Cronje died 10 years ago. This is his anniversary. We had to give us something creative.
Entertain us
with your excuses. Don't come here. The coal was wet. We didn't see the weather coming. I can't take it. No, I can't. Anyway.
It's too terrible.
What's your response to load shedding?
I don't know. Today I had, because I didn't know load shedding was happening this morning, and I woke up dreaming of that slice of toast with peanut butter. And I just had like a soggy peanut butter sandwich for breakfast.
Not good.
I mean, it's not my biggest issue, but it wasn't really enjoyable.
No, it's just, exactly. So for some people, it's inconvenience. Yeah. For some people, it's not life or death, but it has much bigger ramifications.
Yeah, 100%. I also, my grandpa was telling me about how he'd gone to Cavendish once, and then there was load shedding. And I think this was like in the early days where they didn't have generators and whatever. And this woman was getting her hair dyed.
And that hair died.
The power went off, and like they'd like, I think because it was dark in the shopping center, so they kind of had to get everyone out or whatever. She had like foils on her hair. No, I
was in Cavendish for load shedding recently, and there's no solution. Everything stops and people leave. Some shops have, but I mean, anyway.
Try get a Starbucks. No luck.
Yeah. Speaking of absolute jokes and disgraces, the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial has been postponed. I was about to say continued because it did, but now it's been postponed. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, what a mess. South African police service should be ashamed of itself. I mean, it's just ridiculous. And it also just shows this is a superstar, a South African superstar that's been murdered. If this case was handled this badly, with so much attention, can you imagine all these sort of deaths that occur in the country? And we have plenty that just get no police work, very bad. It is shocking.
Well, this happened 8 years ago.
Yeah, 2014.
And the trial is happening now.
No, it's ridiculous. And there's not much there. And then...
Yeah. But so what happened?
Proceedings started, and then, they asked for postponements. It's Jacob Zuma, he loves that sort of stuff as well. Not that Jacob Zuma's the murderer, but I wouldn't rule him out. He is a nefarious individual. Yeah. And then 4 of the accused of killing Senzo Meyiwa, their lawyer got arrested in the middle of this whole proceeding. So he got arrested, and everyone's like, it's a conspiracy. They'll never get the truth. But it turns out he had outstanding charges, and it wasn't outstanding at these charges. These charges were simply outstanding. And he had cases of assault and trespassing against him. and he hadn't showed up, and he had warrants out for his arrest, and then they arrested him. So it wasn't a big conspiracy. The timing of it, not great. It made the whole thing look like he could have come out of the courtroom, or they could have had, hey, Mr. Tefo, we're going to arrest you at the end of this. Please make your... They were like, let's get him in the middle of the biggest trial since Oscar Pistorius. And like the police are like grinning. It was a bit embarrassing.
That is embarrassing.
But anyway, it's just an absolute farce.
Imagine your lawyer getting arrested.
Well, it's fine. They can chat strategy in prison. He doesn't have to get a visitor's pass. But no, it's just so sad.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this is a real death, obviously. What am I trying to say here? But because it's celebrity and spectacle, we don't know Senzo Meyiwa, and we chat about it like that. His family haven't had answers for 8 years.
Yeah.
People haven't got any clarity. The person who murdered him was definitely in that house. Yeah. It wasn't... Well, I mean, that's just an opinion. After watching a Netflix documentary.
No, back yourself.
Back yourself. Get me to court. But I don't know. It's just sad.
It is sad.
South Africa. And did you see what happened to President Ramaphosa on Workers' Day?
Shame.
He got booed. He got booed in Rustenburg by a collection of angry mine workers. And they're simply looking for 1,000 Rand increase in wages.
Yeah.
And then you've got a billionaire who has led the country whilst the ANC loot almost every day, telling them to calm down. So we can understand why they got booed. He, the usual, the ANC sort of slogan, he was like, Amandla. And the usual response is, Awe too. And he's like, at Rustenburg, Amandla, Awe boo. So he literally is like, what happened there?
I don't know why he was surprised. I don't think that, he'd arrive, he'd be like, hey guys, I'm here and you're not getting a raise, but I'm here. And everyone would be like, yay, Cyril, like.
Well, I mean, it speaks volumes to how out of touch the ANC are with the plight of... And I mean, we are as well. We live very privileged lives. But it's crazy to think. And then in the end, the media were like, so Ramaphosa whisked away, flees Workers' Day address, all this sort of stuff. And then I watched the video. He got booed in the beginning, made more promises. You're going to get your money. Wow. And then actually calmly left.
Yeah.
So the media is so full of shit, but so the ANC, and people are just fed up.
Yeah.
I'm terrified about where we're heading in the next couple of years.
In terms of?
The country. The world as well, but I live in South Africa.
Well, if you look at what's happening in the rest of the world, the right to abortion might be taken away in 26 states out of the 50 in America. So
how in 2022 are we speaking about
abortion rights?
Abortion rights.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. So this obviously... one of the sort of Supreme Court drafts was leaked, which has also never happened before.
Yeah.
So where it's basically looking at repealing the first draft or the first
Roe
bill?
versus Wade, yeah.
Yes,
and then something versus Planned Parenthood, but they're all together.
Yes, but the crux of the matter is that that bill allowed for nationwide free and legal abortion.
Yeah.
Maybe not necessarily free, but certainly legal. And now that looks to be taken away, particularly in conservative strongholds in America.
Yeah.
Men just need to shut the fuck up. Or I saw the most brilliant thing online the other day. So when it comes to abortion, young men, until they prove to be financially stable, should be given vasectomies. Not just financially stable, but like positive members of society should be given vasectomies because they're reversible. And then when they are eligible, they have it. And I was reading that and I went, oh, there's no ways they can do this. And then straight after, like, oh, feel weird about people controlling your body? Well, then maybe you need to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was so true. And I'm not the one pro cancelling abortion rights, obviously not. But how can these old white men not work that out?
Yeah. And I mean, it's also not just, it's if a woman is R-worded, I don't know if you can say that on YouTube.
R-worded?
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say retarded. I was like, Chloe, come on. We what are you trying to make?
No, I'm
yes,
saying,
I know what you mean.
but I'm saying if it happens in one of those 26 states.
Like sexually assaulted.
Yeah. It's, I mean, like, it is so inhumane to not give a woman autonomy over her body. And I can't believe it's happening.
Yeah. And someone also weighed in and said, you won't be banning abortion. You'll be banning safe abortion.
Yeah.
Because women are still going to get abortion.
Yeah. Case in
abortions.
Point, South Africa. Like when my mom was still in school, which really wasn't that long ago, she had girls at her high school who got pregnant and they left South Africa for a little bit, went to go get an abortion because it wasn't legal here, came back and, you know.
Yeah. No,
or had unsafe abortions.
Yeah.
So,
it's such a gross invasion of privacy. I can't believe it. And like, say there were logical, strong arguments to this, then you go, okay, well, it's just bullshit.
yeah.
It's just bullshit. Like,
I think, yeah, it all actually comes down to being like pro-life, pro-choice, left versus right.
and then Jordan Peterson says stuff like, "Oh, you wouldn't wish an abortion on someone you loved. You wouldn't wish an abortion." And then you go, "Okay, I can maybe understand your point in terms of it is most certainly a traumatic process, and you are weighing up taking a life and this sort of whatever the argument is." But that doesn't change the fact that you should still have a choice to do that.
Yes, yeah.
So you can't take away the choice.
No.
So it's absolutely ridiculous. There are alarm bells going off because this world is a mess.
Yeah. Evacuate. Where? Space.
It's the patriarchy. No, we'll soldier through it. But speaking of alarm bells and the world being fucked and the war in Ukraine continues, people are less interested in it because we're like, bombs in the first day, or like, we're out. That's just the human attention span, unfortunately. But don't worry, people of South Africa, the war will soon be over. The leader of the DA, John Steenhuisen, has gone to the Ukraine to survey the damage.
No ways.
And the cost of war. People in South Africa are bewildered by this. Why the hell is the country's like opposition, almost a minority now, minority opposition party in Ukraine? What are we doing there?
What can he also do?
He says he is there to see firsthand the war and the implications and what. My man, do you own a cell phone? Everyone can see. No, he's standing next to a tank. I was like, yeah, I've seen blown up tanks. It's not like this is.
I wonder why he's there.
The 1920s.
Do you think it's like a bit of a PR thing? You see, he's there. He's probably trying to meet up with Angelina Jolie. Did you see that she's there?
Yeah. He is more in love with himself than we are with this show.
That's saying something.
Someone on Twitter was like, if he wanted to become a journalist so badly, he should have just passed matric. Which is funny but untrue because he does have a matric. But still funny.
Yeah.
And then it's like, also, just use your... So has South Africa's stance on the war been bad? Yes.
Yeah.
And that's, or again, geopolitical or these sort of allies and all these sort of ties. And, who actually really cares what the ANC government stance on the war is? Because we don't care about anything else they do or say. So I don't know what's going on here. We're like, I can't believe this is their stance. They steal billions of rands every year, and you think they've got a whack political stance?
But that must be also why he's going. Is he's like, look, we're not like the ANC. We out here, know. And it's like, well, I mean, what are you really doing?
If you want to see real war, go to Manenberg in Cape Town. Go to the Cape Flats.
Yeah.
Sort out taxi violence properly. There's some parts of Cape Town that are like murder capitals of the world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're just going to Ukraine,
So, I mean, obviously that's a simplistic way of looking at things. And,
Yeah.
there are nuances to everything. But the DA, every time they swing, they miss. Except
That's
with
true.
Loadshedding. You guys are doing a good job. It's also like kind of weird. They're like, and this is stage 1 around the country and stage 4 around the country. And we always like one stage better. It's like classic. But I like that about them. It's the only thing I like.
Oh my god!
I got worked up there. I got riled up about this guy. Where is he?
I know.
Where is he? Bit of a chunky thing now as well.
Is he? Well,
I love it. It's like, that hands he wastes money, but I need to fly to Ukraine ASAP. What a muppet.
yeah.
But again, keep Cape Town's Loadshedding better than. We feel exclusive. It must be nice.
Sammy, are you ready for our question of the week?
Okay. So what is the question of the week?
Do Crocs make you sexier?
Hold on. I think I'm getting a call. What? Ring. Hello? Yes. Yes, Crocs do make you sexier. And please stop calling this number. I've moved on and I've decided I don't want to have your child. Goodbye.
See you later, alligator.
Damn it, that was so clever. Why didn't you tell me that? Crocodile. Yeah. Okay, Chloe, good question.
Yeah. Just no, very serious question.
Do Crocs make you... So where do we start with that? And my first thought is the crocodile. The mother of Crocs, Daenerys Targaryen. And let's look at some facts.
Okay.
So fact number 1.
You sound like Dwight.
Question. Fact number 1. Crocodiles are carnivores. What's sexier than eating meat? Sexual innuendos implied. Fact number 2. A crocodile's jaw can apply 5,000 pounds of pressure per square inch. That's a lot of pressure for not so many inches. White people, that's for you. Fact number 3. Crocodiles don't sweat. And neither will you in a pristine pair of Crocs. It's just the truth. It's just, I honestly, forget about keeping your socks on for sex, for that extra grip. Look no further than your Croc. That was intentional, in case you're wondering. So yeah, I mean, that is about as good a marketing campaign I can do for them.
Yeah, they should pay you for that.
But I also believe in it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you've got to pay for yourself.
I'm a Croc boy for life.
My question is, okay.
What is this? What is this show? We just try so hard every week. And we end up talking about Crocs. No, I love it. Oh, you gotta love it.
Okay, my thinking, thank you so much for asking, is that I think that you either have to be hot or famous to make Crocs look sexy.
That's for anything. Neck tattoos?
No, but there are some items of clothing or shoes that like kind of look good on everyone.
No, if you're hot, you can do anything. It's a rule.
Yes.
God made it.
But I'm saying if anyone wore a pair of Converse, he wouldn't be like, oh, those are an ugly pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Whereas
they're a safe shoe.
They are safe option. If someone wears a Croc and they're not that hot, you're probably going to say it's an ugly shoe. Whereas when Ariana Grande wore Crocs, she looked amazing. Yeah.
Oh, I see. You've sent a picture of an ugly person wearing Crocs. Jesus, they are ugly.
No. I included the photo of Mario Batali.
Who's that?
Has sexual assault allegations against him, so we can say he looks ugly in Crocs.
He's a bad person. It doesn't matter that he's fat. Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah.
Because she sexually harasses women.
Who?
Is it a he or a she?
He. What?
You've written she. Anyway.
Oh, whoops.
Your blunders aside, we've also got a new game because we want you guys to be more interactive on our Instagram channels, and we want to interact with you. We want to bring you into the show. We asked you to submit some talking points, things that you wanted us to chat about. So we're going to fire through these. So we've got our first one from Greg Cohen. Chat should get banged. Bishy going unbeaten. Probably true. Maybe not. I love Bishops. Bishop's old boy. Just so you know. All right.
Okay.
Then we've got Nick Williams, fan of the show. What is the perfect summer Sunday?
Iced tea. Some sport on the TV.
What the hell? You're just lying.
Freshly out of the pool. The grass has been freshly trimmed. You're with the family.
I don't know. That sounds like such a...
Birds singing in the tree.
That sounds so inorganic. My perfect summer Sunday, there's a test match on. You're at Newlands. You've got a beer in hand. Temba Bavuma gently caresses the ball through the covers. You clap because it was a good shot. You chat to your friend next to you. That's the perfect summer Sunday. My dad keeps getting drunk and trying to bang me. Okay, we're going to power through that one. Seek help and seek Jesus for both you and your father. The Met Gala. Bang, marry, kill. I'm going to bang who?
Well, what?
Bang, marry, kill, Met Gala edition.
Yeah, but I mean, you have to pick 3 people.
I think I'm going to bang Pete Davidson. I'm going to kill Kim Kardashian so there's no beef. And I'm going to marry Blake Lively because, I mean, who wouldn't?
Come on.
Who wouldn't? Do you have anything?
I'll take Ryan Reynolds.
Fair enough. I like how we did that fairly. Vaping? Question mark?
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Guys,
it's lame.
And it smells so bad. Like, it really smells so bad.
Yeah, the only thing worse than people vaping is people vaping next to you and blowing it into your face. Oh, it's cherry vodka, Red Bull. No thanks, biatch. This sucks. Confession ZA, what are your thoughts on that channel?
We could do like I think maybe like a little episode segment
about
next week about
yeah.
Confession ZA, because some of them are funny.
Do you bang? Who? How many people have you fucked? God, that's how. Have you not heard them?
No, I thought that was more like Ask FM.
No, Confessions ZA do that.
Do you remember?
It's terrible.
Do you remember that though? I think it was like Ask FM. There was another site where people, and it was normally people from your school, you'd put it in like your BBM status. They'd message you, and like people would like low-key bully people, or not even low-key, high-key. They literally, like, some people would send in questions like, I don't know, like, you're fat.
That's always a funny one.
It's so terrible. But
I used to do all my crushes.
Yes. Like,
I used to go,
do you like so-and-so?
No, I used to go, do you like Samuel Holmes? And they'd be like, Samuel Holmes has definitely written this. And then they'd say no. And I would cry. Anyway, so another one we've got from Ben Bettendorf. Camping.
Just camping.
I think camping is overrated.
Yes or no?
Sucks.
Love it.
Okay. When do you know if it's time to let go of high school friendships? The moment you matriculate, baby. Cut them off. No. That is a good question that we've got there.
I think that some of them will stand the test of time and they'll be lifelong friends.
Yeah.
Others, like Sam saying, like literally the minute that you're in high school, you're not seeing them every day.
Yeah.
They just dissipate.
There's nothing better than like a long-term high school friend, but it's always so funny introducing them to new friends that you met. Because you're like, this guy he's a madman. He's a genius. He's an innovator. And he's my best friend, but he's clinically insane.
Yeah.
And then it's always hard to mix groups. I think people also get stuck in trying to impress other people.
Yeah.
From like, we always are like thinking about like people or in our peer group from high school, and it's like, you don't really care about them. So why are you trying to?
True.
Chloe, Matthew asked, where is a good place to eat in Cape Town?
Obi sushi, obviously.
Mm-hmm. We love Obi.
Absolutely delicious for sushi. Best coffee in Cape Town is Blue Cafe.
And if you're looking for the best diner experience, breakfast-wise and in terms of price, go to Arnold's before 9 o'clock on Clove Street. They have got the best breakfast special.
How much is it?
40 Rand, and it's hearty. And use the promo code KETS to get nothing off there. All right. Then Teo wants to know, social battery, is it a thing and can it run out?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Chloe has moments where she'll socialize for a bit and then go, I have to leave now.
My social battery is like an old iPhone. You know, you try and charge it, but it runs out in like 3 hours.
That's a good analogy.
Thanks.
That is a good. It also depends who you are. Like, I get energy from people. So my social battery is charged up by certain social interactions. Some people are draining. Refer back to high school friends. Ishan wants to know about my birthday. It was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, Ishan.
Did you make that one up?
No, it says there, your birthday. You probably won't be able to see the glass.
How?
Sheldon wants to know about Formula One. What a broad question, Sheldon.
But also, there's nothing really to say because they didn't race again this weekend.
Well, I mean,
So
that's
lame.
scheduled, so we can't get too angry. It's, I can't believe they didn't race. Well, we knew they weren't going to
But
race.
there's F1 tomorrow.
Very exciting. I love
So
it.
excited.
Come on, Latifi, my favorite driver. What an idiot. I'm shaking my head if you're listening. And then our last question from Bester Brandon. Brandon Bester. Yeah, and then somewhere inappropriate. I obviously couldn't. I shouldn't have read out some as well, but there were some I couldn't read out.
Okay.
If you're not superstitious, are you just a little stitious? Thank you. We get it. You watch The Office. You've got an eclectic blend of sarcasm, self-deprecating humor, and just a good vibe, actually. Brandon's a good human being. So yeah, keep the questions coming.
Thanks,
You
guys.
can make them fruity. You can make them about anything. We probably also dedicate a bit more time to chat about them next time.
Yeah.
I feel we powered through those a bit.
No, but that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh well.
Are you ready for some overrated, underrated?
I mean, every week I am. Every damn
Every
week.
week.
Let's get into it, Chloe. What
Okay.
have you got?
Crocodiles, overrated or underrated?
Underrated if they're a pair of Crocs making your cock look hot. And overrated if they're trying to kill you in either Australia, Florida, or Zimbabwe.
All right. No, Sam.
What's the next thing?
Okay. Abortion, overrated or underrated?
Abortion is underrated when it's the choice and you have the choice to do it. It's overrated if a bunch of white men are telling you whether you can or can't do it. Can't believe it. Can't believe we're still talking about abortion in 2022.
Yeah.
Can't believe it.
Cyril Ramaphosa, overrated or underrated?
I feel sorry for him because he got booed. I mean, I don't care how rich you are. Getting booed or negative feedback hurts you. So I'm going to, for this week only, underrated because he got booed so heavily.
Okay.
But any other time, overrated.
The Mile High Club, overrated or underrated?
Underrated. No, I take that back. Overrated. It sucks. No, I can't envision it. I can just, my personality, I can just see it being stressful. I look at me, just talking about hot and heavy, flustered, panicking. No, thank you.
Okay, and the last one, overrated or underrated, a KETS review.
A KETS review, underrated. Come on, people. If you're here with us towards the end, go leave the review. We got 75 ratings. That's good for...
It's awesome.
Very good. But take the time. Go over there, write a little funny thing, give us a 5-star review. It really helps us jump up the algorithm, and it means the world to us.
It does.
And that's it. That's the show.
That's the show. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, or do all three if you feel inclined to do so.
Most importantly, remember that Miami is a headspace, and you need to go there ASAP. Dale. We'll see you. We'll catch you on the flippity flip.
The flippity flip.
The flippity flip.
Bye.